Hello everyone, I cordially welcome you all to another video from the React tutorial series, and in this video we are going to discuss on class components in React. So what are class components? Components are the reusable and independent building blocks of code which return a UI. Since inception, class components has been heavily used in React applications as these kinds of components only had access to the state. But after the introduction of hooks in React version 16.8, this difference has been minimalized. As the name reads, the way of writing such components are very different from that of function components. The class components follow an object-oriented approach. Before I tell you how in short, we have to discuss about inheritance, one of the four pillars of object-oriented programming. So what is inheritance in object-oriented programming? In the light of object-oriented programming, inheritance is a mechanism in which one class inherits the properties and methods from its parent class. It can redefine or reuse the methods inherited from its parent class. The child class is also allowed to create its own properties and methods. In an inheritance chain, as we move up from child to parent, we see a more generalization, and if we move down, we see a more specialization approach. Here I have attached a screenshot if you can see. So here we have a parent bank account class where we have two properties, account number and account holder name. Now there are two more classes, savings account and current account, both inherits from bank account. So each of them will have account number and account holder name from its parent account properties, and also it can redefine its own properties like interest percent for savings account and money overdrawn from current account. So you might ask why this inheritance is very helpful, because inheritance actually allows parent components, properties and methods to be used in child component. So every time you need to redefine everything, and if you change one thing in the parent component, automatically the things will change for the child components. Okay. Now we come to the part where we will discuss about characteristics of class components. Class components in React inherits the component class from React. This gives our custom components access to React components functions. Before the introduction of hooks in version 16.8, only class components had access to state, and that state could be modified using a setState method which automatically renders the new UI. So if you are not aware what are setState methods, don't worry, we will discuss about them in our upcoming videos. The class components has a constructor which helps to initiate the component's properties. Within the constructor, there is a super statement which allows the developers to call the parent's component's constructor. Again, if you are not well aware about super, don't worry, we will discuss them in our upcoming videos. And if you are from a Java background, you definitely know what is super in the light of inheritance. The class components contains the render method which returns an HTML. Class components also have access to lifecycle hooks which allows us to monitor and modify the components, thereby further optimize the React application. So these are the major characteristics of class components as we have discussed. So in short, I would like to tell one of the major thing is basically with the inception of React, class components were majorly used as they had access to state. Then they could do some special tasks and had some special properties which the functional components couldn't. But with the introduction of React 16.8, now using something known as hooks, React functional components can do a lot of things which the class components previously could. So let us see an example how we write a class component in React. As you can see on my screen, we have come to our React project which we have built few videos before, named to-do app, and within this project we have a file which is known as app.tsx, and within this file app.tsx we will write our class component. So by default, as you can see here, it is the function component is written. So you can say majorly these days functional components are mostly used, but you need not to worry. I will write the class component from scratch. Okay. So to write class component, first you need to import React. So let's import React, and then you have to write like this: class app extends React.Component, And within the React component, there has to be a render method. As I have already said, this returns the HTML. And within this render method, we will write return. And within this return, we can write our JSX, which looks like HTML. So I will create a div of container fluid, and within this div, I will specify welcome to tutorials in hand. Okay. So this is what we were supposed to make. Let's run our application and see whether it is working fine as per our expectation. So to run the React app, as we have already discussed, we need to write npm start. So as you can see, our app is loading, and yes, as we have written, welcome to tutorials in hand. So this is what we were supposed to make, and we have gracefully made it. So I hope you like this video. In case you like this video, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We are planning to bring up more videos in our upcoming future. And when you support us, we get motivated and work further to bring up more informative and more resourceful videos. If you have any doubts, queries or suggestions, please feel free to post them in the comment section. We are going to reply. And stay tuned with us. See you in the next video. Bye.